Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pass the Syrup. So as you know by now, we've done 2 episodes. This is episode 3 of the new format, the super fun, supercharged, going to be super cool today. We've got cool guests appearing. So you know the format. It's fun. I've got a co-host, Harry Truman, the one, the only, the president of Arla Property Mark, and some lettings director role or something. But much more important than that is that she's co-host of this podcast. Harry, how's it going? It's getting worse, isn't it, the intro?
It's making me feel really uncomfortable that you're being so nice to me, Ben. Also, I have a question. At what point can I put co-host of Pass the Syrup on my LinkedIn profile? Because that is a title and a half.
It's the only one that counts. I'm expecting business cards to be changed.
Okay. Good.
It's
going on today.
I'm happy for you to just put it out there right now, straight away, immediately. Let the world know what you're about. This is the number one for you. If you need to step down from the presidency role, I'm here for you. I'm here for that.
Thanks.
Other than my co-host, we're joined by 4 brilliant guests. In the royal blue of Oxford City corner, you've got Rowan. Rowan, please introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? Where in the world are you?
Well, I am in Oxford. My name's Rowan Waller. I am the property pen now. I was an estate agent for 20 years, and then I hung up those boots a couple of years ago and sold up and have become a content creator, blog writing and a bit of content. So that's me.
Welcome. Thank you. Lovely shirt, by the way. Lovely shirt. Right up my street.
I'm trying to keep this sort of little mini heat wave we've had going, but it is freezing hot.
It's over.
You killed it off. That shirt has done its best work of killing off our heat wave. I'll put the blame on you. In the sort of rich burgundy corner, we've got Sharka. Sharka, hi. Welcome. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
And so for those who don't know me, my name is Sharka Wild. I'm not that far away from Rowan, about 45 minutes, I would think. And I've got my independent estate agency. So I am a property professional by day, and by night I do quite exciting other things. If you wanted to know, I do firewalking. I'm a trained firewalking instructor. Apart from being in property, I do a lot of adventures as well, hiking, swimming, walking my dog, anything. So that's pretty much me.
Now it's a party. Let's hear about this nightlife activity. So you do adventures at night when you go. Okay, all right. We'll get into that. We will absolutely get into that. In the uplifting and inspiring orange corner, Mr. Watkins, welcome, sir. Please introduce yourself for the 6 people in the world of estate agency that don't know you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Watkin. I'm a content provider for estate and letting agents, and I don't like Rightmove pie charts.
Oh, you got it in so early. So early. Oh, he's gone too soon. I think he could have used that later on. And finally,
I'll reload it back.
I have no doubt that's coming up again. In the striking, powerful red corner, we have Kirsty. Kirsty, please introduce yourself.
Thanks. I am Kirsty Franks. So I own Frank Marketing Agency, and I am also the fractional group marketing director for TPFG. And a lot of people will know me from being a committee member for Women in Estate Agency as well.
Now, anything else on that CV? We've got another 20 minutes.
I don't fire walk or fire breathe, or I might do fire shots.
Oh, okay. No evening activities you want to share? No? Okay.
Not today.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get straight into the games. Harry, I'm going to do a better job of explaining this time. I feel like the first 2 have gone sort of in a strange direction. So you may have heard of this game. You might have seen it on a TV show. It's called Finish My Sentence. So I'll start the sentence. You guys will finish the sentence with your own experience. Now, it can be a truth or it can be a deception. It should be related to property, ideally, or something in the world of property, not a specific property. And Harry is going to ask each of you 3 questions about your sentence or story, if you like. And she's going to work out whether you were telling the truth or not. And if you manage to deceive her, you win the round. And if you don't, you clearly don't. Now, does that make sense? Because I feel like I nailed it the first 2 times, but I obviously didn't.
It's gone in very different directions the first two times, but I feel like you explained it better this time. I feel
Thanks.
like
Yeah,
the
that's
first few times was a bit loose.
to
So
me, to you. Okay. Okay. So this is the sentence. The client that haunts me to this day is the one who dot dot dot. Give yourself a second. Think about a horrendous client. Could be a legitimate story. It could be something completely made up that's highly entertaining. I can see from all of your eyes that you all want to go first. And there you go, Kirsty. You went for you
You
gave
were
it up
going to
too
do
quick.
that.
Your eyes
I
went
knew
wide.
you were going to do that. Okay. The client that haunts me the most, and I'm not going to name names and say who they are because that will get me into trouble. The client that haunts me the most is the one that rings me every 3 days asking me to change direction on their marketing strategy because they haven't had the number of leads through that they were hoping to get in that exact week.
every 3 days. Have you not like agreed some sort of I don't know, at least like a week, 2 week plan?
Yeah, no, full strategy in place week by week with KPIs agreed. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you say to this person when they ring every 3 days?
That you're not going to get results in 3 days.
Why-
Consistently. Consistent message from me on this.
Okay, third question. Why have you not binned them off yet? Because they sound like a nightmare.
I'm not a quitter, Harry. I'm not a quitter. I feel like I can get this client to a point where they might at some point speak my language.
Okay, all right. I will feed back at the end of all stories.
Look forward to it.
Christopher, you're up.
When I were a young lad in a state agency in the late 80s, I was called out to do a probate valuation. When someone's died, and rush job. So we went round. We parked the car up with the surveyor because I'm a surveyor by trade. I just never practice. And he went in one gate, and I went in the other gate because it was like a long, thin, those houses that we have no windows on the front. And we met in the middle and looked into the window, and everyone was standing around the coffin. He hadn't even been buried yet. And that's the client on the probate valuation that still haunts me to this day.
Just I don't understand the house. House with no windows.
No, so there's no windows on the front, okay, but there was windows around the back with two single gates, the ones with the Suffolk latches. And I went
Okay.
in one, he went in the other, and we met in the middle
Okay.
through the window. And because there's lots of cars on the road, we could hardly get parking, so we had to park a bit down the front. I'm sure you're aware of this being in London. And when we looked through the window, there was lots of people standing around the coffin.
What did you do at that point? Did you make a swift exit? Did you join the funeral, hoping for a good wake?
Well, the person hadn't been put into the ground quite obviously. I'm sure it's different in Wales where you come from, but but no, we basically drifted away into the night, and unfortunately had to apologise to the solicitor that we were probably a bit too soon.
And who asked you to go to the probate val at the same time as the funeral?
No, that's the whole thing, Harry, is that we didn't actually know that the wake was on. Well, not the wake, the pre-wake.
Okay. That's the
Happy,
question.
Harry?
Yeah, I got my questions.
Okay. Shaka?
So the client who haunts me the most is the one who thought that I should reduce my fee because I sold their property too quickly and I didn't work hard enough for my fee.
Okay.
Never heard that one before.
How quickly did you sell their property?
Week.
And what did you say?
I said to the client that if they wanted me to, then I can take another 6 months and they probably will not get the same result that they would have got, that I sold it because I priced it correctly and I did a good job, and therefore I should still get my fee that we agreed.
Okay, all right. You see that happening?
Happy with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Voila. What you got for us?
I can't tell my true one, as I'll never be let back into the room of estate agents ever again. So
You're supposed to tell me if it's a lie or not.
no.
It's all a game, Harry. It's all a game. Don't get sucked in.
No. So the client who haunts me is the one whose age I got wrong.
Okay.
That's it. Just could you give us less detail?
Well, to be honest, it's a fairly boring story, but it's one of those when you go into an MA. There was two ladies who were selling this house, and we did all of this report build, and I thought I'd absolutely nailed the whole thing, but I just assumed that they were a mother and daughter. So when I came to then, I don't know, rather than check that or ask, I just assumed it and said, so are you the mother? And they just looked absolutely shocked. And then rather than take this on board and realize I'd said something wrong, I just carried on down this horrible track where it became more and more embarrassing. And it's boring, but we'd already signed up. So they were clients, but they had this then hateful relationship with me where I basically accused the woman, who was actually younger than her friend, of being the mother of the girl who I just assumed was her daughter. So
we had to deal with a genuine complaint once because one of our guys asked someone when the baby was due and she wasn't pregnant.
That's a similar sort of thinking moment.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really tricky complaint to deal with. Really tricky. He said sorry. He's a moron. Sorry, back to you guys.
So they weren't related then? They were just friends?
They were just friends. They were friends, and they were very excited about this first project that they'd just done together. And I was there and I had already won them over. It was just like up till that point, it was the absolutely most perfect listing that you could do, until it came to just for some random reason accusing her of being about 25 years older than she really was. And it just killed the moment. And obviously it's not the end of the world, but but I never managed to row back from it. And but I have always remembered since that I learned the hard way, and will never make that mistake again.
Did they leave you a Google review?
I don't think so. I wouldn't dare look.
Okay. All right. I think I've got enough there. Right. So we've got Kirsty's client who rings every 3 days, Chris's probate vow, Sharka sold a property too quickly and the vendor wanted a reduced fee, and Rowan thinking that two friends were mother and daughter. So I think Kirsty's is correct. It's a truth.
It's a truth.
Okay. So I got that right. Chris, I think yours is a lie.
True.
It's true. Okay, that means you get more points.
He's very deceptive, Christopher. He loves pie charts. If you truth be known.
Hey.
Should have said that, we wouldn't have known. And Sharka, yours is true.
Yeah.
True. And Rowan, I think yours is true.
Yeah, mine's true.
So really, only Chris deceived me there. And Chris, that means Chris gets the full points. So I'm going to give Chris 3 points and everyone else 0.
Yeah.
Well done, Chris. Wow, honesty.
Why not 4 points?
Don't know. Well, in the last round, I gave someone. In the last one, I gave someone 5 points, and Mike Day was cross at me for giving 5 points and not 2 points. So
I'm grateful.
I went down the middle this time, but you know.
Grateful.
Listen, if you do watch the episodes, anyone who watches will appreciate how consistently Harry is inconsistent with points.
Oh, tell you what, it means the world to me. Thank you.
It's intense. I'm trying to keep track. I was trying to keep track. I'm just giving up.
I haven't given any minus points for a while, but I did give some minus points in the first one. So
let's
that as well. We were really just ganging up on Chris Buckler. So
Chris Buckler got pummeled in the first. He was. I mean, I've already received a strongly worded email. He is absolutely. He wants HR to investigate what happened to him. He had 4 women just bombarding him.
Do we get a short synopsis of that, or do we just have to listen to the pod?
Say that again.
Do we get a short synopsis of that right now, or do we just have to listen to the pod?
Well, yeah, you have to listen to the pod, but because it's already actually, when this goes out, that would have already been out. I'm happy to elaborate. He was just getting it from all angles, wasn't he, Harry?
Yeah, he did start off by doing a full-on sales pitch right at the start there, which I gave him.
Unbelievable.
What an estate agent name.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
Chris, are you joking? Do you know Chris? That's I would have had the mortgage on it that was the first thing that was going to leave his mouth when he started talking.
I tell you what, you join a self-employed model in the morning and it's changed your life by the afternoon, hasn't it?
Oh, you know what? While we're on it, because we've got no one on the show from that brokerage. Harry, have you heard? We've now had two of them say it. TAUK.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it referred to that until today.
I've seen it hashtag that.
Have you?
Yeah, but not
Yeah, I've seen it everywhere.
I've only ever heard them.
I would have
call
only
themselves the
assumed that that's
agency.
what they call themselves, to be honest.
Every time
Speak up, Ben. Come on.
well, no, and it sounds awful. TAUK. That's horrendous.
Talk.
It's awful. Come on, you've got a
Rose
couple of
by any
few
other
marketing
name.
people in the room here. You got that's. I mean, don't get me wrong. The agency UK. I mean, I'm mates with Steph, so hopefully she doesn't send me something horrible in the post. But it's pretty pretentious naming to start with, I guess. But TAUK, no. I mean, I might even throw my own hot take in here. But if you lot are all going to sit on the fence and get splinters in your bum, then
We're not sitting on the fence. We're just saying it's not awful. It's like we're on the other side of the fence.
Steph, don't worry, we've got you back.
That's all right. I think Steph's going to send you something awful through the post.
Cheers, yeah.
Going to be squishy, and I wouldn't open that envelope.
I might have gone too far with awful. I might have getting away from myself. I haven't been to bed.
Okay.
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Watkins, don't start trying to hurry us up. I can see what you're about to do.
No.
Right,
I think they call themselves the Agency UK publicly, and internally they call themselves Talk. TAUK.
No, that's a good question, because I would have always said TAUK rather than Talk when I've seen it written.
This
I've only
is
ever
a
seen
great
it written.
promo for him, though, isn't it?
Carry on.
You know what? You're right, Kirsty. You know what?
Maybe they're so good they call themselves Talk.
No such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, there's no shekels coming in the post, so let's move on. There are other brokerages available, and they have copied the Fine and Country branding, I might add, funnily enough. But anyway, we'll move forward.
Oh, Ben, that's so easy. You just get black and gold and put a serif font. There you go. Oh, and if you haven't got a Fine Country or Home in it, just pick the two middle names of your two favourite children.
Should we start on logos, Chris?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, you minx.
Wow. Yeah, should get these to a room. What the heck? Yes. You need to score a mix.
Yeah, because we have laughs and jokes about marketing.
Oh yeah, no, we got it.
Come on, Kirsty. You know a little bit of winding up. You wind me up, I wind you up. We're all mates together. It's a bit like if I want to wind up Kirsty, some marketing can't be measured. Now, light blue touch paper and walk away.
Anyway, sorry, Ben. Carry on.
Yeah, I mean, just you two carry on. Harry, get control, please.
Right.
Podcast, Ben. I'm just co-host. I'm doing the numbers.
Yeah, sorry, Carol. Okay, all right, let's go.
Ben, you're sleeping with your eyes open. I can see.
I feel like 4 of us might be at the moment. Right, let's go on to round 2. It's worth how much? So I will describe a property, particular type of property in a particular area from a particular point in time, and you have to give us your best guess for the value of that home.
Ooh.
No chat GPT. Chris, what are you reaching for? I can see where you're up to. Stop that. I can see the reflection in your glasses, man. Okay.
I feel like I've got an unfair disadvantage in this.
Why is that?
Because I'm the only non-estate agent in the room.
Do you own a property?
We'll roll with it.
In the last round of this, Ledbetter won.
Oh, I'm not having him beat me. No way.
Oh,
Right, okay.
great shout, Harry. Yeah, he was claiming to be the number one fractional marketing operator in the UK for the
Based
property
on what?
world, wasn't he, Harry? Something like that.
Yeah, he said he was basically the best property marketer in the whole UK.
Yeah, no one really pushed back on that. So the property is a detached house in Surrey, and the year is 1990. Now, give it some thought.
What town?
No, I'm going very vague. The whole of Surrey. So,
How many bedrooms?
Sorry,
How many bedrooms?
let's go with 4.
4-bedroom in Surrey, 1990.
Yes, detached.
Standard
Let's say
for
it's in a commuter town in Surrey.
Okay, how are we doing it so people don't go £1 more? Do you want us to put it in?
No, Chris, you're overthinking it, buddy. This is a silly podcast.
Oh,
Someone's going to cheat. Someone's going. You. In fact, we'll let you go last. We'll let Kirsty go first. She can anchor everyone to a very strange place.
No, that's not
she's
fair.
obviously not got the.
Now, I would like to form
Thank you,
sort of my very
Chris.
good friend. I'm going to take Kirsty's place first because it's not fair on Kirsty.
Wow, that sounds like you're
I got a
saying
number
Kirsty doesn't
though,
have the
but,
competence to go first there, Chris.
No, I'm just protecting Kirsty.
Rowan, would you like to go first? Sharka,
Well,
tell us about this
Stop typing.
nightlife activity.
Stop typing, Rowan.
Just for 30
You
seconds. What do you
swine.
get up to at night when you go
No,
for
no,
a
no.
walk? What?
You
Pens
want to know
only.
about my
Pens only.
nightlife?
Let's talk nightlife.
Well, we can talk about a lot of things, but is it going to go public?
Absolutely 100%. Wow, Sharky, you're a dark horse. Okay, Chris, go on then. You go first. What price do you want to go with?
180,000.
Oof. Oof. Sharky, would you like to go next?
375,000.
Ooh. Rowan?
I was going a bit lower actually, 150,000.
Kirsty. See, you got the best position. You get to go last.
I know, but I had the same number in my head, whether you believe me or not. 284.
Okay, the actual number, it's happened again. 150,000. Someone got it. Rowan got it.
This is a rubbish game.
In Surrey.
Is
In
it just
Surrey,
because-
Ben.
Is it just because Simon's better at it than you? Is that why it's rubbish?
No, it's because Chris Watkins is winning.
Okay, yeah, I can
That'd
see
be
where you're coming from.
Hang on, you said 150, didn't you?
Yeah,
Well, that's
I think
Rowan
she means
Waller's
just.
win.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine.
she's just moaning about the podcast in general, mate.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what you. Yeah, got to deal with. Can't you walk around a cottage in the
Right.
Cotswolds?
Rowan, that's 5 points to you.
5 points. Rowan Waller is winning.
Yeah, but I'm going to be nice.
Rowan, you're winning.
I'm going to give everyone else a point just for taking part. It's
Well,
fine.
hang on.
Oh, thanks,
For
Harry.
taking part. Oh,
Thank you, Harry.
that is horrific.
Never felt better about myself.
What's
There's
it then?
nothing worse than a 4th place point.
I'll deduct
Nothing
points from you. You're not even playing.
Okay, we're
This
into
is
the
not a
final
very
round.
good. This is not a very good lesson. This is a great lesson for estate agents. But because I deceived as an estate agent, I got lower marks than getting it right. And this is a lesson we can all learn about overvaluing, kids.
Yeah, you got the average listing price right in Surrey in 1990.
Here you go. But maybe next time, Ben, probably suggest a town because it's such a wide variance.
Hold on, Chris. I'm just going to mute you 1 sec. There we go. Right. So let's get back to the fun podcast. That's enough out of you, Watkins. Okay. Sorry, I can't actually. Okay, you've done yourself good. Right. Let's get on to the final round. This is the fun round. Not that obviously, everyone's bubbling over with fun the last 2 rounds. This is the pick your dream team. So you get 3 picks for people you're going to pull into your team. Now, we were thinking it would be an estate agency team, but Kirsty, given you've never been an agency, if you wanted to build maybe a marketing team to support an agency, the 3 picks can be people you work with right now. I wouldn't recommend it. People you've worked with in the past, people you see from afar that you think are brilliant, that work with blue backgrounds. Great agents, great operators. It could be famous people that you think would be really brilliant at something in particular. You get 3 choices, and Harry will pick the team. And of course, Chris, what is the question?
do extra marks get added or taken away with regard to a complete team, or do you just like 3 strikers?
The quality of the team will be judged as a whole, and Harry is open to manipulation, if that's what you're really asking.
Yeah, bribery works. Yeah,
Although it has also backfired for some people. Just
yeah,
throw that out there.
that's true. There's no rhyme or reason to my point scoring. Don't try and get
It
a.
really isn't. It is a strange world between those earlobes when it comes to scoring in this game. Rowan, your turn to go first.
Oh, wow. Well, I think, well, I'm going to steer clear from anybody in this podcast then, and then nobody can be offended if I choose a competitor of somebody that's on this little panel. So I would go with Ledbetter. So I think Ledbetter has to be. Ledbetter is in my team. He's what's wrong with that?
Wow, that's good. No, that's great. This is content gold.
Definitely at my table. Yeah. So he's just such a font of information. So Ledbetter's in. Who else do I need? So he's marketing. So I need sales now. So I have. God, I wish I hadn't had to go first because I've got no thinking time at all here. I didn't know this was going to be a game show. I've got reams of marketing information all lined up, ready to like wind out at you. And I'm anyway. So right, here we go. Top sales. Okay, so let's bring in. I'll tell you what. Let's bring in Alan Sugar. So Alan Sugar, I'm going to bring in for sales. So he's my sales. So I've got Ledbetter.
You nicked him. You nicked him from me.
Hey? Oh, you've had Alan
You
Sugar.
nicked him from me.
So then finally, I need a real good administrator to just back everything up, and I just don't know who I could choose for administrator because I think it's like an undervalued role, but it's such an important role. But I need to come back to it. So who could be a good administrator? So I tell you what, this is a terrible one, but my wife would be my administrator, but not because she literally just organises our whole life. I literally just turn up. I just get told where to go, and I go off and do it. And if it wasn't for her, I'd be absolutely anchorless. So if only I could have her in my business. So there you go. I've got Simon Ledbetter marketing, Alan Sugar sales, and Jenny Waller
Choosing the wife has not gone well before, to be honest, Rowan.
Yeah, the wife. We've had people bringing in their stepkids, people bringing along the wife. Just come on, grow up here. She's not going to watch this, I don't think. I don't know. Let's see how Harry judges. Harry is a fucking harsh critic when you start bringing in loved ones. She hates you to have loved ones. I don't know why. Kirsty?
Yep. So I am going to bring in a CEO and somebody who is shit hot on sales. You already know who I'm going to say. So I'm going to bring in Verona Frankish.
I've got that name. No, stop. Can we?
No, listen, I'm bringing my girls to this party.
So I've got to take Verona off as well.
You have to take her off. She's on my team. She's in my agency. I'm going to need.
That could be a new rule. If someone says it, it takes them out of the game.
Yeah, that is the rule. So I'm going to need the best in lettings. So I'm going to bring in Ellie Hall. And then I need my agency to ensure it's fully digital tech ready. So we're going to be firing on all cylinders. So I'm going to bring in head of staff to really make sure that we have got this shit popping. And I don't need Ledbetter because we've got me on this team.
Well, of all the people that I thought would get into dispute, we could get agents having a bit of banter, having a row. It's turned into a marketing dispute show. Interesting. We're gonna have to work harder.
I love him.
Well, I don't know. When you watch the episode back and hear what you're saying about you, we'll see. Shaka, who's in your team?
Well, obviously, Rowan took Sugar from me, so I can't have him. I will start actually from the administration and running the ship. That would be actually my former PA Charlotte, because she was just absolutely amazing. And any ship needs strong administrator. I would bring on the letting side actually I've got few people, but I'd probably bring one of my friends, Susan, who runs a big agency in Derby. She's like half lawyer. She knows everything. I wanted to bring Harry, but Rowan said no, don't bring anybody on the team. So Susan, and actually bring Richard Branson.
Oh,
big shout.
Better.
Great shout.
Richard Branson, what do you think? Is he really a British icon, or is he actually sneakily a douche? What do you reckon?
He's a local lad, isn't he, Sharka? He's only up the road here.
Yeah, exactly. We could be drinking pims on in his garden.
Yeah.
He can host all the meetings.
Oh, getting me
Exactly.
all insight to the nightlife. Chris, big finish. I guess everyone said everyone you wanted to say, so you're running out of people. aren't
Yeah,
you?
I mean, I must admit, Kirsty, you're careful taking Verona because that was the first name I put on there. Obviously, you and Kirsty, you would obviously beat Ledbetter. But Madden, for a bit of a cheeky laugh and a banter, I'd seriously consider you. But
Consider.
I really would.
Consider.
I really would. I would consider. Right. Okay. Here's my dream team. Sally Lawson. Hard-nosed, take no prisoners. Honestly, behind that facade, there is someone who's lovely and cuddly. She knows how to grow a lettings business. Love to bits. I would also bring in Steph Walker, calls a spade an effing shovel, and is really good at, because remember, if you're self-employed, it changes your life in hours. And she's running a damn good shop at TA UK there. And then finally, Michelle Gallagher.
Good shout.
And all I know is this is the best agents I've ever worked with have been female. Because it's greater empathy, take no shit. Yeah, and they would be my dream team. But again, must stress, Verona, I would have wanted Verona on my list. And I did put the wife on, but I wasn't allowed to put that because she keeps me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. I like this round, Harry. There's just too much, pandering. I'm like, yeah.
You're just moaning because no one's officially said you, Ben. So
Yeah, again, I don't know what's wrong with these people. It's like they don't know me.
I did put Ben on, but then I was told, and I'm sorry, we're all competitive. Okay, much as I love your feelings, Ben, and I do blow smoke up your ass on the stat show. I'd rather get on the good side of Harry with the points because points means
Yeah,
prizes.
I get it.
And she's the boss lady of Property Mark, so
we all know who's got the power in this call. It's not Ben.
All right. Freaking hell.
Exactly.
You're about to get a mute as well.
he says,
you, this relationship is turning sour.
You're like the kid who invited all the cool kids to the party, and it's going to be really cool. And then when the cool kids actually say we're going to change the rules, you throw your dummy out your pram.
Watkins, when are the cool kids arriving then? All right. Hey, they're on episode 4, are they?
It's not me and you, but I mean the people next to us.
Right, Harry. Points.
Right, okay, teams. So I think I'm going to give everyone points because we've all built some good teams there. But the winning team has got to be Kirsty's team. Verona, Ellie, and Heather Staff. That's a killer of a team.
So powerhouse, isn't it?
That is. So 5 points there. I'm going to give Rowan 2 points for Ledbetter and Alan Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't discount one for the wife, but we're not after sympathy points here.
Fair enough.
2 points for Rowan. I'm gonna give Sharka 2 points as well for Susan. I assume it's Susan Cope you were talking about,
Yeah.
and Richard Branson. And I'm gonna give Chris 3 points.
3
good choices there, but Kirsty just pipped it with the win.
just picked it. There you go. Your generosity, Harry, knows no bounds.
But hang on, let me total all the points to find out who the winner is. Oh, we've got a draw.
Oh, that's a first.
We've got a draw between Rowan and Chris. Both
Ah,
on 7 points. Kirsty on 6 and Sharka on 3. Sorry, my friend.
What do you
That's
know?
all right. I never win anything, so it's fun.
Oh my. Shaka. Just
I don't like when it comes to the quizzes and things like that, you know, I
Okay.
just do it for fun.
Okay, Sharky gets a bonus point because of Hudson now.
Oh yeah.
I honestly think Sharka gets the most points for her nighttime activities. I still like bonus points through the roof for that sort of what an opening that was.
Okay. Ben, you can't give authority. You don't have. You can't give authority for the points master to Harry,
Yeah.
and then come it back because it doesn't match your story.
Yeah, no, I mean I can because it's my podcast. So
it's your podcast now. But a few minutes ago, it was all, we're all a team together with Harry. I tell you what, I'm going with Harry on this one.
Harry's in charge as long as I agree with what she's saying.
She's all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
Yeah,
exactly. I couldn't have said it better. I mean, I wouldn't have said it better. No, Harry's in charge of points. Does a sterling job of confusing everyone, and that's most entertaining to me. So how are we going to decide the winner, Harry?
I don't know. Maybe it's the response to my hot take or cold pancake.
Love it. Perfect.
Oh God.
Okay. This is a good one, actually. And I didn't know which guests were on when I decided what my hot take / cold pancakes were going to be. So I'm going to say something, and then each of you have got to say whether you think it's a hot take or a cold pancake. And this one's very fitting because it is to do with conversations I've had with one person on this call. So,
Can I ask a question? Sorry.
Yeah. Can you ask what a cold pancake is?
Hang on, we'll get to that. My question is this just a tiebreaker between Rowan and Chris, or are we all involved in this?
No, you're all involved in it.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, you guys that didn't win can be involved.
So, hot
Sorry,
take.
what do you mean? What's a cold pancake?
Yeah,
it's a
it just
pancake.
means
I mean,
hot.
if it's the opposite to a hot take, right?
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm scraping the barrel with trying to keep on theme here, okay? Hot take cold pancake is as good as it gets. Leave it alone. Come back to me with your suggestions following this episode if you would like to. Harry, back to you.
Right. Well, what even was it now? You've put me off now. Okay, so gender diversity on panels, property panels. I think it's the responsibility of not just the organisers or the people who are on the panel, but even the audience to comment if they think that it's not balanced. Is that a hot take? Is it everyone's responsibility, or is it just the organisers that are responsible for making a good balance on a panel?
Okay. Well,
You know my view, Harry.
I feel like I know that Kirsty and Straka are at the end of my screen, so I feel like I know what you're going to say.
So, are you saying it's everybody's responsibility to bring it to other people's attention?
Yeah, if they notice that there's an imbalance, it's everyone's responsibility to say, hang on, have we thought about this?
It's like walking by when something bad has happened and doing nothing about it. You still played a part in that. We've all got a responsibility to speak up if we really want true equality within the industry.
Yeah,
So it's sorry, but
audience, the organizer, the speakers, because sometimes I get, it's not my fault. I'm just speaking on the panel. So no, we all can ask. We all can make a comment. What do you think?
I think it's everybody's responsibility because, as Kirsty said, it's we all have to take responsibility for our own actions. So if I'm in the audience and if I'm not happy with something, it's not point quietly moaning. I need to speak out, and that goes with everything in life, not just with this scenario, with absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So, as someone who's arranged for 17 estate agents to be available in a 4-hour window today to do this, I can tell you to get balance is freaking tough because it only takes one person to pull out, and then it swings in either direction. The first episode we had more women than men. I know we're talking about having more women represented, but the episode we're about to go film that we're 2 minutes late for, a woman has pulled out. And I've got 2 men on standby that I know will be available, and that's just the way it lands. So it's difficult.
You're trying hard to do it, Ben. You are trying hard to make that happen.
And I think actually the organizer has the prime responsibility for it, and I think at that stage when it gets from from organizer to marketing group, once you see that panel lined up and it's 5 white men, then you do kind of go, oh, hang on a second, I think we should think about this. I think my question is, I mean, I think everybody should be responsible, but how should it be voiced? Should it be voiced in this sort of public forum that then becomes a bit of a battering, or should there be some quiet conversations that happen where you pick up the phone and go, look, I've just seen this. I think you might land yourselves in hot water here if you push ahead. Have you thought about some leveling up here? Maybe a couple of ladies on the panel, or maybe whatever. I mean, it's not all just about gender diversity either, right? There should be all sorts of representation.
I think the answer is it starts with kindness. As long as you can have your say, you can voice your opinion, but you do that in a way that starts with kindness, then that's going to land so much better. Yes,
because it can certainly feel like it's about point scoring, and that's what I've seen fairly recently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually,
Go, Shaka.
If I could say what Rowan was saying, it's also about how the communication is being done, because I think that's really important. Because often, sometimes people even don't realize, and there is a lot of unconscious bias that people don't even realize that they are biased. You can tell that I wasn't born in this country, and I often have to deal with this sort of things. People don't even mean be the way they are, but unless you point it out to them in a nice manner, they will still a little bit sideline you just because
I 100% agree with you. And I think actually the trouble is, Shaka, they do mean it. They just don't realize they mean it until they're told that that's
probably. This is very much a reason why I changed my surname, Rowan.
You know what? Just because we are now 4 minutes late for the next episode, one piece of advice I give everybody who's watching this, so all 6 of you, update your contact details. Harry's got the list of females who are willing to take part in or talks or be on panels. I could tell you that half a dozen people, in fact probably closer to a dozen, couldn't get in touch with you guys because your details are not up to date. You're your own gatekeepers for maybe some of your success, if you like. Some of you also have got email addresses that are no way what you remember putting on LinkedIn 15 years ago. Hilarious, I might add. Like, really need to update them. But yeah, that's my hot take. Update your bloody emails. You guys have been wonderful, amazing. Who won? Sorry, I forgot. Who
got
won?
a draw. Got a draw.
It was okay. So the men won. Is that what happened?
Well, yeah. I mean, Rowan had a really good point there actually about the manner in which we challenge these panels. So maybe we could give Rowan the bit of the edge.
I'd magnanimously accept a draw. I'd be very, very happy to draw with you.
Chris has got his hand up.
I wasn't given a chance to give my point of view.
Oh, he didn't give his point of view.
Well, I'm afraid you've lost that chance now because we're out of time, and I've got people WhatsApping me saying, "What's going on? Why are you not letting me in?"
Maybe that replies for another day.
Wonderful. Listen, when we post this, jump on and give us everything. You've been in the episode. Now give us some feedback. If you're watching it, if you've lasted till the end of this episode, you're a saint or just very, very bored. Well done. Give us some likes, give us some love, give us some share, and abuse. Abuse is good, especially if you're Chris Buckler. Thank you, everyone. We're going to say goodbye now.
Bye-bye, everyone.
I still think Chris should have had chance, but goodbye.
Considering that basically I've been in the firing line for the last year, but we'll hold that one for another time.
We don't have time for his reply.
No worries. See you on. Love you all. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.